Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 21 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Just getting in today to check on my bees. As you can see, some bee stuff going on here already. Looks like I definitely got some kind of common drones out of the combinations I did right before the end of last episode. So I'm going to have to pop through here into that area. I want to grab my honeycombs and bring them back with me as well. Definitely not getting a ton of these things, but enough. And let's give this guy some power. Let them both run and do their stuff. There you go. You're allowed to run. No, maybe that needs to be on. Where's my energy? Oh yeah, it's running still. Oh yeah, it's there. Maybe it was just taking a second to make its way down. But got some honey drops, and I'll grab the beeswax as well, too. Might as well. And some more honey drops. Let's do some analyzing of these new bees that we just got. And then today's episode, I don't know what I want to get to. There's probably a few things. I got a Meadows Common, so that's cool. I'm going to keep them up there. I want to stick with the Common for a bit. What did I get here? Forest Meadows, not so exciting. And you were also a Forest Meadows, less exciting. Yeah, boring stuff all here. Cool. Well, I'm going to try and breed this the Meadows Common and the Common Meadows here. Hopefully that'll come together and get me a Common, but we'll have to see. Meadows, all this other craziness. So I'm going to analyze all these bees and then, go do what I can to make sure that they're doing what I want them to do. That's another Common Meadows. All right. Well, let's see if I can get lucky with a Common. Nope, wrong portal. There we go. In here, I'll put my Meadows Princess, Meadows Common, with a Common Meadows. And we'll get a Meadows Queen, remember, just because of the way it's always going to do that. But, we'll see if we get any luck. And these guys, might as well just throw some Commons in here. Forest Meadows, Common Meadows, I don't know. Flora explained bees to me, and I kind of followed along. No more Commons, right? Yeah, there's a Modest here, but that's fine. We'll stick with the Modest and see if anything good comes of it. Alright, so I'll be back in a little bit to check on those bees. What else would I like to get to today? Good question. I don't know. See all the cool stuff we got to deal with. I gotta figure out how I want to organize my bees too. I definitely want to go mining for a bit. I would like to hopefully find some diamonds. I think I'm going to go do that now and see if I can't get any diamonds while I'm down in my cave. As you can see, pretty low on those guys. My antimatter relay is doing its thing pretty well. Chewing up a whole bunch of cobble and dirt and gravel and whatnot. But I might need to upgrade that guy, at some point. So yeah, we got some items in here that are lurking. I do also grab some crystals from my quarry, so that's cool. So I'll be back in a little bit after I've mined. Alright guys, just been mining for a little bit. A couple people have requested to see some footage of me mining. I don't know, I still feel like it's kind of boring, but maybe once I get a few upgraded tools or some better items to mine with, I might do that. I'm just hanging out in this little natural cave underground here. Kind of half spelunking, half poking around with my divining rod, flipping through. Right now I'm at Y21, so a little bit high for diamonds, but that's really where I'm at. I've been back and forth to my base a couple times, and trying to make sure I've got everything I need for the rest of, at least for a little while, because diamonds are where it's at. You can see this nice little marble area that I found a little ways back. Trying to find a spot that I haven't been to too much yet. I might start going through and doing, let's see, let's get down to a good Y position. Yeah, Y12, that's what's up. Bring back out my destruction catalyst. I don't like using this thing too much just because items don't pop into your sorting bags that I've got. So those neat little miner bags and whatnot, it all falls into your inventory. But it is a great way to clear out a big chunk of area and then kind of start looking through. Looks like I ran low. See, like an item ball on the ground here is a good indication that your inventory is full. So what I've been doing is kind of manually putting items into my bag as necessary. In this case, it didn't work out, but there we go. Yeah, looking cool. So this is me mining. Nothing terribly exciting, I assure you. You're not missing much. I'll be back in a few. And popping into my Thaumcraft room here, I had a couple items in here that I could research, and I came up with a Thermic Generator, which is a hard difficulty. I actually got 2 of those, so I've got a couple things down here that I've already learned, but I need to just get rid of the theories for them because I've already done them. And then I also got another inert carpet, and it's still torturous, so that's going to be fun to try and do. I might, just kind of go ahead and leave one of these in here for a while and see if I don't get lucky and have it happen. So I'm going to research the Thermic Generator and show it to you guys here in about a minute. The Thermic Generator is really pretty neat. It basically allows you to power almost any machine, be it Buildcraft, Industrial Craft, or Red Power, from Vs. So it's pure energy. It generates Industrial Craft EU, Red Power Bluetricity, and Buildcraft Megajoules. Awesome. So I'm going to definitely hang on to that recipe. Nice to know that I've got that now. But I'm going to go ahead and research the Thermic Generator here. And, throw our inert carpet in there. We'll see if we get any luck. Who knows? But here's a bunch of theories that I don't really need anymore because, I've got all these theories that are doubles. Basically, not necessary. Now, you won't get a theory if you already know the recipe, but if you research something, like in this case, I haven't learned the inert carpet yet, so I keep getting inert carpet as a possibility for learning. So that's what's happening. So once I learn the inert carpet, I shouldn't get that theory anymore going forward. So I'll let that sit in there for a bit and see if I get any luck. Let's head downstairs to our little crystal growing room and see if we've had any luck with this crystal. Wow, still no luck, huh? I shouldn't need to, clear anything out around it. It should just kind of grow. So I'm going to give it a little bit more time and see if we can't come up with any luck. And I'll be back in a few. And you can also see me hunting zombies at night here, now that it's nighttime. Oh yeah, a lot of them. Looks like one of them's a good kind, at least. Wow, I can't believe so many zombies here. Take that, zombies. Hopefully get at least one brain out of you guys. Wow, no such luck, huh? Creeper. Come here, zombie. I need to kill you. Hey, it's a good one, too. Still no luck. Wow, sucks. I love this Zephyr sword, by the way. It's great. You can just pull mobs right at you. So let's see. What do we got? Ooh, and there's an Enderman or 2 up there as well. Come here, Enderman. How you doing? Maybe pulling Enderman at you is probably not a good idea, but, yeah, it's fun. Sword of the Zephyr. How cool are you? Kaboom! Luckily, Basalt doesn't have much problem with explosions. So I'm going to kill some guys for a little bit, and then I'll be back. Might as well equip my Athame, or Athame, as I've been told it's called. Hey, where'd he go? Nice. Alright, I'll be back. Good thing I have this Thermic Restorer here to take care of my items. And while that's running, let's see how this guy's doing. Probably going to have a little trouble with this inert carpet theory. Up to 3, but that's cool. But we still have a 12% failure and a 7% chance of success. But since I'm here, I might as well grab a few pieces of soul sand. I did get 2 zombie brains, as you can see, so that's nice at least. I can maybe make myself a couple more brains in jars. There we go. Thermic repair, how'd you make out? Nice. Repaired a couple items. I really like that item, by the way. It's cool. 2 of you, 2 of you, and 2 of you. All the taint a guy could want. Alright, now I'm thinking I need to expand this room just a little bit, right? I think I should have something like this guy off the walls. Because I want to have, probably also here, I'll have to get a cover or something. No, I can just cover this up like so. Cool. Now, everybody's telling me you can have things in corners. Some people are saying you can't, so I've found a good way to figure out exactly how. Let's see. I've got an 82% chance of loss here. If I place this guy down, now I should have an 81% chance of loss. Now, if corners work, and I place this guy in this corner, I should have an 80% chance of loss. And I do not. So I'm thinking that corners do not work. Come here, you. So yeah, I guess corners don't help. I mean, that's just, what I'm thinking. I might be wrong. See? Or no, wait, now we've got an 81% chance. But hey, I got my discovery, so that's cool. Let's do something like this. I'm just going to throw a stack in here. So 55% chance of loss. If I pick this guy up, what do I get? 56. If I put him in the corner, 55. All right, correction. Corners do work. Awesome. So I can fill in those corners and all around. So I've still got a few more brains and jars to work on. I guess corners do work after all. So that's at least good to know. And I've got my inert carpet, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'll let this guy run for a bit again. Inert carpet, huh? I gotta figure out what this thing's all about. Ooh, wow, yeah, that's some stuff. Allow you to fly through the air. That's cool. Neat. I definitely have to make one of those, probably somewhat soon. And I do have my Boots of the Meteor down here, too, to start working on. Wow, my Thaumcraft must be getting filled up. How am I? Quite a few of the lost knowledges. Oh, those are the enchants. Okay. Oh, wow, I just have 2 lost knowledges left to get. Now, forbidden knowledge, I probably have a good amount of you, right? Oh, yeah, I'm about halfway there. Tainted, I don't have any. And Eldritch, I don't have any. Cool. I think in today's episode, I want to work a little bit on upgrading this relay here. Basically what's happening is items are going into my relay, which is all great. But the problem with that is that the relay just really can't keep up with all the items coming in. Look at the backlog in my chest, and it's only getting worse as time goes on. See, Cobble keeps sending out there trying to fill up that antimatter relay because it's discovering there's some room in there, and it's not working out so hot. So, and by the way, I want to check on my bees. I want to see, ooh, I got a common princess. Nice, that's what I was hoping for. So let me work on these bees for a minute while I'm waiting to, oh yeah, look at this. Common drones, I definitely got into the common tree just fine. Commons are neat, but there's better ones coming, I assure you guys. So let's get over here with our Beealyzer and see what we got. I should also process, and I left this thing running again. I really need to work on a Buildcraft solution as well. I have to start working on the logic gates and whatnot. So I got a common, purebred common princess. Awesome. Do I have any purebred common drones while I'm at it? Common forest and common. Alright, well I definitely want a common princess. So let's, there we go. Make sure this happens. There we go. Common and common. That's cool. Don't want to forget any honeycombs either. What happened to my door? Okay, that's creepy. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my door. Honestly, not a clue. What else do I have here? A Meadows Princess, Meadows Forest. Common Meadows. I'm just analyzing all these bees, and wow, this is starting to get crazy. I'm already getting a headache from the bees thing. Okay, I'm just going to combine any random combination here. Whatever seems to work. Let's see, I've got this guy, Meadows Forest. Let's combine her with a common forest. Who knows? And over here, I'll throw in a common Meadows hybrid with a Meadows common hybrid. Sure, I don't know. See what kind of luck we get. And then to figure out what happened to my door, but I'll get back to that in a minute. So what was I going to work on? Oh, right. I want to have a solution over here that's probably going to try and help me deal with some of all the problems that I've got. Now, if I wanted to, I could upgrade this to an Antimatter Relay Mark II, which is something I plan to do eventually. But I think for now, a better solution and a cheaper solution would be to create a condenser. So if we take a look in here, the condenser is a pretty expensive item, unfortunately. I'm going to need 4 diamonds for the condenser, but one of those items I have to place in the middle is an Alchemical Chest. Now, I haven't been using Alchemical Chests this season, but I did use them a lot in previous seasons. But they're just really, really big chests. But you do need one of each type of dust and a diamond. So now we're up to 5 diamonds. And to get some of this covalence dust, we're going to need another diamond and some coal. So as you can see, we're already up to 6 diamonds. So let's start working on this. Ooh, and I'm going to need some more obsidian too, which means I get to go mining for a bit because I really I don't have enough. So maybe we work on getting some obsidian here, and then I'll come back. Probably, yeah, I'll be back in a minute, because mining obsidian is extra boring. And by the way, in case I think I did show this on one episode at least, but this is the way I mine obsidian, is just place down a water source block in a canal and just mine straight forward, and the water will swing down, clean up any lava and turn it into obsidian for you. Just make sure that after you get to the 8th block that you're holding the back key on your keyboard, because you will get to a point where the water won't dip down anymore, but it's pushing you forward enough to push you into the lava. It'll probably happen after the next block here, I want to say, or somewhere along those lines. See? So that would push you into the lava. That would not be cool. But I think we've got enough obsidian for now, don't we? Probably. So let's head back home. Cool. Alright, so I needed obsidian, and I needed one of each colored dust. So green, light blue, and blue. And then I need some smooth stone. I think, yeah, let's take a look at our recipes here. And I'll need those diamonds as well. Plus, do I have anything in my miscellaneous junk chest resembling a treasure chest? I do not. So, crafting table time. And I need more wood soon, too. Alright, so, usable in. There we go. I need 2 iron ingots as well. So, iron, chest, diamond, smooth stone, and one of each color dust. There we go. Alchemical Chest. And diamonds all around that guy. And my obsidian is in my bags. Alright, diamonds all around this guy, so an expensive item for sure, but this will help me deal with some of the excess junk flowing through my system at the moment. Energy condenser. Woot. So now what I also want to do is grab from here another one of these, one of you, and that should be it. So terminus module and logistics chassis pipe. Let's see how we make out. What I'm thinking is really simple, actually. Just place it right here next to this thing. All I have to do... Alright, you want to be stuck there? That's fine. Have a blast. Is just place my logistics chassis pipe right along here next to this thing, and then insert into it with a wrench. And I could have gone with a tier 1, but I already had this thing sitting in here. But I'm just going to place a terminus module in, and I'm going to tell it at least cobblestone. But I should also, and that should start sending a bunch of cobblestone this way. I should put the chest in there as well. Cool. I'm going to grab some dirt and sand and gravel. Dirt, sand, gravel. And my backpack there is filling up all that gravel for me. Alright. Terminus module, also sand, gravel, dirt. And we should really start seeing a bunch of stuff filling up from our chest over here, right? Our chest should be pretty much empty of all that junk. And then we should also tell it marble, basalt, and sandstone. Cool. Oh yeah, look at all that stuff filled up in there real quick. So again, overloading your system, not cool. Or no, I don't want obsidian in there. Marble, basalt, and sandstone. Nice. And I'll just put all my junk in here that I don't need, this stuff that I just used as an example. Alright, now remember, each of these items is worth about 1 EMC. I think sandstone might be 4. So what's going to happen is the condenser, we want to give it a target block. We want to tell it an item to start condensing these items down into. So if I give it a diamond, for example, it'll start eating up all these items. Now remember, if we go check our transmutation table, that a diamond is worth 8,192 EMC. That's some serious business right there. All these stacks of items together, not much. Not even close to 8,000. But it's a good way to make sure our system is pretty much clean at all times. So let's see here. I should have a bunch of junk laying around, probably from all the, you know, whatnot. Cool. Bunch of items flowing into there. Bunch of cobble and whatnot. Awesome. And I should kind of get my way out of here for a minute real quick. I'll clean up this floor in a moment. Thinking just grab some of this. So all that stuff's sitting in there, and look, we've only got about 1/8 of the way, maybe 1/7, something along those lines towards diamond. So I just put a whole bunch of junk in this chest, and we barely made a diamond. So overpowered? I think not. We're converting a lot of items into some much cheaper items, or some more expensive items, I mean. So, but it's going to take a while, of course. So let me clean up my inventory, and then I'll come back for some more cool stuff to build. I'm thinking it's time to get into some forestry. And you know what else, guys? While I'm here, I might as well take my divining rod and surround it with all this covalence dust I created. The blue stuff gets me the top tier divining rod. Now this guy has a much longer range and is a bit more accurate. It can go all the way up to 64 by 3 by 3, and you can see it gives you the best second and third value instead of just one, the best value. So it's a pretty efficient tool. Of course, it still does require energy, so keep that in mind. And yeah, it's a pretty awesome device. Alright, I'd like to get some automated farms going from forestry here, and the best way to do that is probably start working on some of the items that allow us to start creating some energy sources from forestry. Specifically speaking of the Peat Bog. Peat is a renewable resource. It's an awesome little device. So let's start working on it. I'm going to need some sturdy machines here. Awesome. And then to go along with those sturdy machines, I'm going to need some copper and some clay, I think. I think I've actually got clay sitting over here because it has no idea where to go at the moment. I know I haven't sorted it yet. At some point, I'll figure out what to do with clay. Maybe throw it in one of those fancy chests or something, or have it automatically smelted. That would probably not be a bad idea. But there we go, turbery. And then this guy here is the Peat Bog. Awesome. And the Peat Bog is going to grow peat for us, and the turbery is going to harvest it. So those are the groundworks for it. Now we're also going to need, this is peat, that's the output, and I think we're going to need bog earth. That stuff here is what we're going to need to be able to start growing our peat. Fun. So you can see I need some watering cans here, or I need some water capsules. Oh, interesting. So we'll have to figure out how we want to handle all this. So I'll be back in a few minutes once I think through exactly what I want my plan to be. Alright guys, I think it's time to head downstairs and do a little bit of work on how I'm going to make this bog earth work out. So I hope I've got all the items I need to do this, but we'll find out pretty soon. First off, before I head down, I need to request 2 automatic crafting tables, please. Request. And they should get spit out here pretty quickly. And I'm going to need 1 to craft up wax capsules, and you can note that I brought over manually for now my beeswax. I am going to have to some way connect all my chests somewhere along the lines, but I'll sort that all out later. But for now I've got my beeswax over here. Cool. Might as well grab a couple of them while I'm at it. And let's zip downstairs and figure out how we want to set up this whole system that I've got. Remember my cobble that I made a mess with earlier, might as well fix it while I'm here. So the first thing I want to lay down is my automatic crafting table with some beeswax in it. I think it's something like this. It was close. Oh, it's just 3 along the top? Cool. Thought the recipe was different. That gets me 2 wax capsules, as you can see. Pretty simple. Place down a, where's my philosopher's stone here? I'm going to need a couple of these guys, so might as well make them now. I'm going to actually need a 3rd as well. Cool. Place down one of these and just teach it the recipe. Import please. Good to go. 3 beeswax becomes 2 wax capsules. Awesome. Now the next thing I want to do is tell it that if I were to get some water-filled wax capsules, like this, I can also combine it with sand and dirt. But how am I going to fill up these water capsules? Well, there's a machine in forestry that allows us to fill capsules, but I'm not going to use that one this time. I'm going to use something a little different. So how am I going to figure out how to fill up these neat little wax capsules? Well, for this, I'm going to craft one of the good old friends of mine. Dun 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 dun. A piston. How's a piston going to fill up a wax capsule, you might be asking? Don't worry, I'll get there. A piston. And then I'm going to grab a chest. Dum-diddy-dum. And a piece of redstone. And if it's redstone related, you know it's got to be a Red Power 2 item, the deployer. Hooray! The deployer, I think I've mentioned this once or twice before, will automatically right-click whatever is inside its inventory. So just put something in there and hit right-click, and that's the emulation that machine will do. So if I were to place this guy right here, and I'm probably going to need my screwdriver while I'm at it. So where's my screwdriver at? Somewhere in here. And then zip back over. I'm going to reorient this guy such that he's facing this direction. And then I'm just going to fill up this little 2x2 area with some water. Cool. Now this deployer can suck up water, and it's pretty easy to do, really. All I have to do is run another logistics pipe here, a crafting one, right to this guy. Ta-da! And then probably a basic, but maybe I'll just put this one here. And then I can put down a crafting table here. Where's my crafting table at? There it is. Ta-da! So let's go request some wax capsules from upstairs. And just see if everything's working properly. So step 1, I'm going to switch it to crafting mode. And I'm going to ask for like, I don't know, 12 wax capsules. That sounds like a good number, right? Sure. Request successful. And we should see a bunch of wax zipping along down underground here. Yep, there it all goes. Wax is zipping along and wax capsules coming back. So that's working properly. And now we can give this guy a solid test. So I'm just going to grab a couple and put the rest inside the chest there. And all I should have to do is go over here and tell this thing. So I scooped that up. So now I've got a water capsule. So note, by right-clicking, I get a water capsule. All I have to do is tell it, input wax capsule, output water capsule. And what this thing will do is it'll send a wax capsule in here. And this pipe, really what it does is it just waits for a water capsule to be available. So the internal inventory in the deployer, a wax capsule will land in there. And now we need some way to make it get a redstone signal, because a redstone signal is what's going to cause the deployer to right-click. So how about I go build a timer from Red Power? Alright, here's the recipe for the timer. One of the more advanced logic circuits, like I've mentioned, but the timer has a bunch of cool functions. First off, I'm going to need some of the components of all the different logic circuits. First, I'm going to need some stone anodes. Those guys are pretty common. And I'm going to need 3 stone wires. I'm also going to need, I know for a fact, 2 redstone torches. There we go. And one I'm going to need to turn into a stone cathode, and one I'm going to have to turn into a stone pointer. So far, so good. Now I've got all the components I need. Let's put them together. Ta-da! Timer. Sweet. Now that I've got my timer, I can clean up my inventory a little bit. I had stored these things in here to get myself some inventory space. But stone wafer, are you going to zip where you belong? Probably not. Oh well. I'll clean these guys up later. Let's go downstairs and get our timer running. Now a timer from Red Power 2 will just automatically, every so much time that passes, send a redstone signal right in front of it. So let's head over in this direction, drill down here, and place down our timer right in this corner. Ta-da! And it's going to go ahead and emit a redstone signal. Right now it's set to every 2 seconds. I'm going to bring that down to 1 second. Now that shouldn't cause too much of a problem at the 1 second interval, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll bump it back up to 2 in a few seconds. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And you can see this guy's deploying. All we got to do is get some wax capsules in there. So if we were to, and I want to do this again, maybe I should make a second request pipe and have it just right down here all the time. That might be a smart idea. Request pipes were a little expensive though, weren't they? I think they were, but nothing I can't afford. So what was that requester pipe? I think it's 2 gold gears I need. Yeah, why don't I make one and I'll be right back. There we go, a new request logistics pipes for accessing while I'm down in this room. And remember, I told this thing that if you go ahead and ask for some wax capsules, you should get them just fine. So I'm going to request 4 for now, please. And it should send the wax capsules it's already built straight into my deployer. And every time that redstone signal pulses, it should cause the deployer to suck up some water from in front of it. And it's not. Why is that? Hang on 1 sec. Okay, guys, don't ask me why. Please don't, because I really don't know. But for whatever reason, and I tested this a lot off camera, putting the deployer over here, it works fine. Putting the deployer here, it does not. So, strange? Yes. Am I going to worry about it? No. So I'm replacing my crafting logistics pipe up here, getting my wrench out, and telling it, all right, buddy, let's try this one more time. 1 wax capsule will get you 1 water capsule. Cool. And now let's go request again. So if I come over here and ask for, I don't know, 3 or just 2, how's that? 2 wax capsules. It should pull some wax over, convert them into wax capsules, send them over here, where they'll get converted into water capsules every 2 seconds, because I left the timer on a 2-second interval. And then we've got water capsules. Awesome. And now it's a simple matter of teaching one more auto crafting table how to do its job. So over here is where I place that auto crafter, and what we want to tell it is 1 water capsule in the center there with dirt and sand, and I hope I'm ordering this correctly. I am not. So let's reorient that. Should get me bog earth. Awesome. And now the bog earth recipe is ready. I just got to tell the crafting logistics pipe right here, import, and it's ready to go. So let's go over here. I did have a bunch, if I go store them in my chest here, of wax and water capsules. We'll leave them in there for now. And let's get our requesting pipe and say, hey buddy, how you doing? Please hook me up with some bog earth. I could use about 64 of them. And away it all goes. So the water capsules that we've got a good amount of, it's going to automatically use them right away. And it's going to send all the dirt and sand that it needs, and all the bog earth is going to get spit out over there. Ha! How neat is that, huh? I kind of like having the request pipe upside down like that, how it just spits stuff out the bottom. That's kind of cool. I know, I'm a dork. Nice, 64 of them. And I'm going to bump this timer up to about a second. And I think next episode I've really got to start working on some of the Buildcraft stuff that I want to get going with logic gates, because that's really going to help me out. And 1 more set of 64 bog earth should get me what I need. So let's just get that going on. There we go. It's always nice to see all that cool stuff happening. I did adjust the timer to be 1 second so that it'll kind of, move a little bit faster. So neat to watch that happen. I'll be back in a few minutes when I'm ready to show you guys everything. Alright, so remember where I did that little demonstration of my arcane boring? Don't worry, I'm not forgetting about it. I will get back to it. Might as well clean up this old mess. Wow, that was a lot of junk I had in there. I am going to decide to use this area right now for some of my forestry machines. Now, forestry's got a lot of stuff that can automatically harvest and get a bunch of cool different resources for us. But I'm starting off with the Peat Bog because that's one of the best items to use to get a bunch of material to start, generating electricity for Buildcraft. The Peat Bog will build basically a machine that can automatically create peat. And peat is kind of like a coal substitute, and you can get this neat peat-fired engine, which is pretty neat. So I'm going to place down my my Peat Bog. That's the one I want to place down first. Let's find a good spot for it right here. All right, I hope I did my math right on all this, but we'll see if I did or not. Ooh, much prettier. The Peat Bog will create an area about 15 by 15. So I place down some torches on where I expect the Peat Bog to do everything. And then I'll place down my Peat Bog right here. Cool. And you can see some trees I chopped down are giving me some goodies. Come here, guys. Thank you. And inside the Peat Bog, we just got to place our bog earth. That's it. And I borrowed a steam engine from back in my Buildcraft base. And I'm going to have to stop by and get some coal, I just realized. Let's head back to our home base here real quick. Portal gun, please. Get me home. No, probably not a good spot for it. There we go. I do need some coal, and I think I can throw some of this stuff in there. Where is it? Coal coke. Shouldn't need much of it, but I'm going to grab a few pieces, because I just have so much. And just toss it inside this steam engine here. A couple of you, and then give it a good redstone signal, and that should get it running. Now it's going to take a while for this Peat Bog to start building, but once it does start, we'll know right away, because it'll start clearing out the land around it that it needs to, place down stuff, which shouldn't be too hard. So it should kind of go up to here. I'm going to clean up my torches that I placed down. That was how I laid out my area. And like I said, any moment now, we should start seeing a Peat Bog show up. And then as soon as we start seeing it show up, I'm going to have to wrap up the episode. Hey, there it is. Cool. I didn't fill out the ground underneath here, but that's not too big a deal. I can take care of that. Cool. So the peat bog will do its thing, start building here, slowly but surely. And I'll come back next episode to start harvesting this peat and then putting it to good use. I'm going to need a tree farm probably pretty soon, and that'll start getting me a bunch of these saplings so I can start using it. Also next episode, I think I really should start getting to the point where I can build a bunch of cool Buildcraft logic gates, because I really have gotten to a point where I want to start detecting inventory and stuff like that, and Buildcraft is perfect for that purpose. The only thing that I'm going to need to do there is get a few more diamonds, so I'll probably mine between this episode and the next, and hopefully find myself some diamonds. Alright guys, this is Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Take it easy.